This is what closed for business looks like, but with the mere snap of a finger, we are open for business. This is a V4 stainless steel prep table. This is the Char-Griller 980 gravity fed smoker that I love, run by the Farboard 2 drive. Over here we have my 2001 Weber Performer, which I also love because I love this stainless top, even though it needs cleaned. And it holds the charcoal right there, and it has an igniter, and I have the Spider Grills Venom attached to it, which makes it even more fabulous. And the newest kid on the block is the Weber 36-inch 4-burner griddle, which I'm actually pretty amazed with so far. I'm about 6 cooks in. A lot of people say it looks cheap. I don't think it looks cheap. I think it looks like an Airstream. It's just kind of streamlined. I don't hate that. I'm okay with it. On the 36-inch, the shelves are much bigger, but the shelves don't really matter because I have that prep table that I keep out here. Here's why the Weber. One, also people say it's flimsy, but in the directions it even shows, so I'm picking it up off the ground by the shelf, and it recommends that that's how you carry it, and it shows 2 people lifting it by the shelves. I would say the lid, or the grease tray, I mean, is about, it's about like a pie pan. I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, it's not, I'm squeezing it. I could damage it if I chose to. The lid is one pressed piece. I mean, I'll get as far zoomed out as I can. I'm shaking it pretty hard. And the hinges are okay. I mean, you could damage them if you wanted to. But it's, it doesn't flex when I shove on it. I'm shoving on it pretty good. So it's solid enough for me. So, is it flimsy? I don't think so. It's light. It dissipates heat very well. It doesn't get extremely hot. I'm okay with that. So I wanted the 36-inch size. Here's why. The other griddle that I was considering was the Traeger Flatrock. I liked it a lot, but it was a lot heavier and it was all black. And that was a concern to me because I had a black stove before and I wasn't too sure if I was going to like that or not. This white represents the cooking surface, the size of the cooking surface of the Traeger Flatrock. So going from a 36-inch griddle to the Traeger Flatrock, you lose about 3 1/4 across the front and about 3 inches down the side. So that was significant to me. Plus, it's all black. I had a black stove. I didn't like keeping a black stove clean. That was a concern to me. So those are really the 2 primary reasons that I chose the Weber. Both of them extremely good at temperature control. Both of them extremely well built. So there you have it. The difference between the 36-inch Weber and the 28-inch Weber, I'm going to get this, is that the 28-inch Weber is the same depth, 18 inches, as the Traeger Flatrock. The big difference is the width, and that's also quite a bit of real estate. The other thing I didn't like about the Flatrock was the grease openings right here, so that kind of takes away all this cooking space. Where with the Weber, it's tucked over there in the corner, so this is still usable cooking space. So that's the 28-inch versus the 36-inch. There's the Flatrock versus the 36-inch Weber. I'm getting ready for the first season. But before I do, I wanted to show you this griddle surface. I've seen lots of other griddle surfaces, and people talk about sanding the Flatrock and sanding the Blackstone and sanding the Halo. And this one, this is like a cast iron pan. I don't know if you can see that. There are little bumps. You can see, well, they're not bumps, they're little welts where they welded the rods across the back for structure and heat distribution. You can see them, but you can't feel them. I'm super impressed with this cooking surface. Okay, I lit it and waited 15 minutes. Just all the burners are on low. So I gave it 15 minutes. So let's see where it's at. So that's pretty much the top back. So you can see it cools off on the side, just on that edge. Then we're in the 360s and 70s. I'm pretty freaking happy about this. Definitely is a cold spot right here in this corner, which you could use to your advantage. I'm getting 360s and 70s everywhere I go. Oh, there's a 390. So there's a little hot spot right there for some reason. And then it cools off a little bit. It's really not bad. This is pretty damn even. Definitely cold in this corner, but I don't hate that. Then there's a hot spot right in here for some reason. So there you go. We got some potatoes cooking. The griddle, I just picked it up to medium. Griddle's running 350, 60. I'm catching some potatoes. We're in there in the 350 range. And the important thing is that the shelf. You can probably see the little red dot. And this has been running for 20 minutes in the 350s. And all four burners are on. The whole grill's 350 to 400. And the shelf. I mean, this is, I can put my hand there all day. That's kind of interesting. This was actually the first cook that I did. I just throw some frozen sausage on there. What's important is I put the pancake batter down at the same time and then flip the pancakes at the same time, and you can see how evenly they cooked. It was pretty impressive. Got a little potatoes and onions going on the cool side. Got a little omelet from hell. Let's see if I can do this one-handed while videoing. Look how nice that is. Okay, an omelet for two. Oh, so close. And yet so far. All right, we saved it. We'll take it. Ooh, so we got a little mashup going. Running right there in the settings. And that is putting the temps in the three, that's high from what I've seen. I'm getting food. There we go, 360s. I can stop hitting the food. Yeah, 360s. 360s. 353. 356. That's pretty freaking awesome. I'm pretty stoked about that. This is just a continuation of that cook. It's just some peppers and onions and sausage that turned into a pretty fabulous sandwich on a bolio roll. This is corned beef hash, cheese and egg with some green olives, and then breakfast this morning. Just rolling through some cooks, and that's how that turned out. I wanted to give you just a little more info on these weld marks. Okay, you can see these weld marks. There's a bar that goes across here, and across here that's welded on from underneath a piece of angle iron to evenly distribute the heat. And you can't, I guess like that one, I can kind of feel. They're just like little keloid scars almost from the weld. you can kind of feel them, and obviously they're raised up a little bit because when I'm cleaning it with the scraper, it's taking some of the finish off, but so far, like, it doesn't stick there. There's nothing unusual. It's just not a problem. I don't think it's a thing. I'm super glad to have that bar there because that's what's keeping the temperatures so even across the entire griddle. So I guess the last thing to show you would be max temps, and I'm not going to do that, and I'll tell you why. When I first seasoned this thing, I turned all the burners on high and let it go for about 10 minutes and came back to it. I wish I'd have checked it with the IR gun, but I didn't. But with this pair of tongs, which are very long, and this leather insulated glove, and you can see I'm 6'3", so you can get an idea of how long those tongs are. With this, my hand was getting so hot that I couldn't hold the paper towel, and I had to quickly turn the grill down just to try to season it because it was getting so hot like this. And I use these gloves in my smoker to move wood. I'm telling you, this thing gets plenty hot. I'll never get it that hot again. So the bottom line is, this thing is great. Oh, by the way, this is a pretty cool little handle. It's upside down, but it's light accents, and it's just a handle that clamps on, clicks on like that, and I don't know, we'll see if it works. But I love this thing so far, and I'm very satisfied with the quality of the build, and very satisfied, totally satisfied with the evenness of the cooking temps. And it's the addition that I've been looking for.